KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, baby. Hello, and welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Welcome to it. Happy little Wednesday here. Jaybird got another dub today in World Record Wednesday. This
Look
time
at you.
Beating Denny's in a marshmallow eating contest with no hands.
Whoa, leading off the podcast with that horse shit.
Yeah, we got to count our victories, right? Got to count our victories. That was a big one. It's pretty impressive.
Must be a very slow email day.
No, it's not, actually.
I know, I'm kidding.
I need
and actually, we have a fuck ton of emails today.
Yeah, we do. Right at the end of the show, in the last hour, we were talking about the price of housing, what is going on. Everything is topsy-turvy and upside down, and regular people just are not making enough money to pay for the ridiculous rents we've got in South Florida and to make ends meet. Throughout a lot of different stats, heard a lot of different stories, and even our own Suits is struggling, and we are desperately trying to help him out to figure out how he and his mom can find a place. They have to be out basically, about a week of their own place that they have right now, and
Less than.
price of rents are through the roof everywhere else. And, hey, you're trying to get enough money in your salaries, and there are so many people that are going through this right now that basically you need about $57K to even have a living wage in South Florida. And so we were just looking at all the options and what we're trying to do. And people are stepping up, and we know a lot of people are going through this. So we're hoping that we can not only just help out Suits and come up with a solution for him, but for other people that are going through this. Because like I said in the regular show, reading the next door thread of somebody who saw 12 different cars parked at Walmart with people sleeping in them. I mean, that's the reality of what's happening in South Florida, and so many people have stories. So,
Target wouldn't allow that to happen.
they haven't thrown it out there. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think Target does that.
I don't know. So, but I mean, you hope you're never in a situation where you have to sleep in your car. I mean, that's rough, man. I did that all of 2 months, and it was tough.
Oh,
it's
look at
really tough.
You're our own little Jewel. Jewel did that back in the day.
Yeah. I did it after I got pickpocketed in New York City. So
You got your New York story though. Come on.
Yeah.
You sound like Tommy Tough shit right now. It's pretty awesome. You got mugged in New York, had to sleep in a car.
it's just to do the things that you take for granted are just so hard. Getting a shower, food, where you keep everything is such a to do. It's so annoying. And I did that in New York. I mean, South Florida. I mean, with the heat, and I know we even talked about that. We did a segment not long ago on car sleeping and how to do it. That, maybe we should post up. People got to check that. If you ever find yourself having a car sleep, it was suggestions on how to pull it off.
It's a totally different beast as a woman than it is as a man. I've seen some girls on TikTok talk about it, and it's just like scary.
Yeah. So
What, being a woman sleeping in the Walmart parking lot at nighttime is horrifying? What could go wrong?
Yeah.
I mean, 9 out of 10 murder specials that I
9
watch,
out of
they got
10.
some kind of Walmart tie to it, Kev.
You
Yeah.
are right.
Yeah. So, so we're doing what we can to try to help him out. And hopefully if you ever wind up in a similar situation with Suits, you got some people that can come to your rescue and try to help you out. But, Good Greek Moving and Storage, thanks to them, they're already like, yeah, we'll take care of his stuff. Because I figure, hey, if you can get your stuff in a storage unit, now at least you're more flexible. And then we can find you some places to stay. And, but he's got 2 cats, got a dog, got to deal with those situations. These are real life kind of problems. So, I know both Virginia and Jaybird, you're talking about how I can come and, you put them up for a little bit.
I think we're fighting over who gets them.
Yeah.
I'm not fighting. I just know that, I mean, whatever the case is, I just, he needs to have a place. He's going to, today my goal is to clear out the Weird Whatever studio so we can start moving some of his stuff in there.
Yep.
And then the other room, let's have to take out a couch. And so his mom has a room. They both, this can work. We can make this work.
I think we'll find something. And, I got, the only thing I have right now is I got 3 weeks for him in Lauderdale. But that's a haul. I know some people in the chat were kind of shitting on me that I wasn't taking them in. But, dude, I got my mother-in-law sleeping in the fucking garage. Like, we just, like, there's just no space. I mean, you could sleep on a floor, and, of course, they're welcome to do that. But, you know, it's already, we got 3 dogs and all that kind of stuff. So,
to me, I think the best plan, and have him and his mom stay at my place so that they're central. They don't have to keep moving everywhere, traveling around, because that's stressful. There's 2 rooms they can stay. They can put a little nest egg together and just save money until it's time to not save.
Yeah. So we'll figure some stuff out. But there's a lot of people that, have sent in some, thoughts on this. And we get so many emails. I get so many comments. And this has really been on my mind. I don't talk about it a lot. But I got to tell you, it takes up a lot of mental space for me because I feel for these people. I pray for these people. And I want to try to help these people in any way we can. And that's, you talk about the emails, there's a ton. I had to filter through a bunch. So this isn't all of them. Here's a few that I saw. Andrea said, thank you guys for opening this conversation up. It is kind of ridiculous how hard it is to try and balance the cost of living. I fall back on small side jobs like dog sitting or tutoring, but just like, Denny's going through a $700 rent increase. Where do people get that? And that's kind of part of the stuff that has been going on here, man. People can get hit with crazy rent. And sometimes I don't get how some of these landlords just don't have a little bit more sympathy. I know I'm sure has got a sob story, but I mean, damn, you got to realize it's tough out there right now.
Look, sob can be a real sob story, or then you can have a son of a bitch story. Don't be a son of a bitch landlord.
You got to try to work with people that are in a bad situation, like Suits and his mom. It's not their fault. Like, and they have been trying to be nice, but it just seems like, wow, they keep getting screwed. They got screwed by this one, screwed by that one. Like, how much more can a person take?
Yeah, I mean, I even just saw today the expiration of pandemic programs, including refundable tax credits and stimulus payments at the start of 2022, led to the first increase in the poverty rate in the United States in 13 years. In 2022, the poverty rate was 12.4%, up 4.6% from 2021. And the poverty rate, listen to this, among children more than doubled, went from 5.2% in 2021 to 12.4% last year.
Damn.
That just lets you know how many real people are out there really struggling right now.
Families.
Man. Yeah.
It's just heartbreaking.
It is. Ryan, single mom here, said, I house my disabled mom and my son 50% of the time. And as a doctor, my ex-husband makes substantially more. And he said, if you can't afford it, then you got to surrender custody of my son 100%. Never going to happen. So here she is holding out and struggling because she got an asshole ex who's like, I'll help you out, but you don't get to see your son. He comes to me full time. That's it. Would you sell out your kid for that?
Never. I would fight you. I would fight you dirty, though.
That guy can fuck off.
You don't even want to know what I would do.
Ethan said, I was forced out of Jupiter due to rent increases to insane amounts. I moved north to Stewart. I found a nice apartment at Harbor K, a 2-2 for $1,650. Yeah, I mean, some people have moved north, but, even some people that have moved north, have said, I was getting texts, like, hey, Port St. Lucie I saw they're the 6th largest city in Florida now, and they're having their own issues.
My mother-in-law and my sister-in-law did that. They went to Port St. Lucie to save money. They were there, and they got the rate increased on them for the rent, and they're like, we can't even afford Port St. Lucie.
Yeah.
They went there to save money, and then we're going to be gouged.
Well, this is why you've got the auto workers striking right now, is because their CEOs are making so much more money and they're not getting, nearly the bounce that these guys are that don't need any more money. They're getting it so they can get their 8th house and their 3rd mega yacht. Fire Marshal Bill said, the CEOs are getting too much of the profits and they're not sharing with the employees. The cost of living goes up 17% and they try to give you a 3% cost of living raise. It's sickening. And, that's really it. I mean, does everybody have to strike all across the board? Say, look, man, everybody's hurting. You got to start kicking some of that money down, y'all. It's crazy. Just so we can survive, so we can wait on your privileged ass. That's all we're trying to do. Elizabeth said, in Plantation, they're building new apartments that start at $2,500 one bedroom. That's crazy.
That's
One bedroom.
500.
One bedroom.
I mean,
The balls.
unreal. One person sent in, they said, Suits, I just wanted to say I agree with the caller that sold their house and bought an RV. I've shared that same idea with family and friends that were looking for a way to move out of living with others. Buy an RV, drivable or towable, and look for RV parks that rent lots with full hookups. And most times between your monthly RV payment and lot rental, it's cheaper than a mortgage or sky-high rent anywhere in Florida. So good luck, Suits. We all love you. Hate to see you have to leave Florida. No, we definitely all agree with that.
We're going to do whatever we can to keep him here. We don't want him to leave Florida. We love him. And that's what friends need to do is let friends stay with them till they can get a nest egg.
Look, all he has to do is stay at my place until he gets the nest egg. We got to get him in. Once he gets in with his mom, or once we can get them in and they get on their feet and we get it moving and all that, then we're going to be good. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I really think we can make this work.
Mm-hmm. Got somebody else who said when you're talking about those RVs, though, putting them in your yard, you just got to beware because some counties do not allow this. You can only stay in it for 7 days. I went through this with my parents in Port St. Lucie and sent that in.
Yeah, there's a big thing. I know I saw on the news in Hialeah, a lot of people are doing this. They're living in campers.
I saw that same thing on Telemundo. They did a story on it. Yeah.
And they were telling them you can't do that. And so now code enforcement is going around in Hialeah and making people move those RVs if somebody's living in it.
Yeah, they're feeling the pinch there.
I feel like my street, you get away with it. Look, 9.5 foot werewolf, bruh. 9.5 foot feet, I should say, of this pure badass werewolf. I'm sure at RV's fine.
When code enforcement comes around, we'll sick the werewolf on him.
Oh, then I'll do the battle rap. Fuck code enforcement. That should help the situation.
Emilio said, I ran into the same issue a year ago. You can purchase a manufactured home in an all-ages community and pay just about the same amount you're paying now and own the home. Mortgage would be about $1,000 and lot rent is about $1,000, and there are plenty of beautiful communities that you could find. You just have to look. But I guess that comes to what, $2K a month if you're looking for that? $1,000 for the lot, $1,000.
Yeah, $2K is more than he has.
Oh, man. Pedro said, I was thinking on the Suits situation, maybe instead of his mother hooking up with Jaybird, Suits and Jaybird might actually hook up. Okay. All right. You never know. It's a crazy world.
I'd kill that boy.
We know who the bottom is.
He wouldn't last. Come on. Mm-hmm. A night with the bird, forget about it.
Yeah. So I do appreciate it. Like I said, there were a ton of comments. People were texting in as well. Somebody said, Anna, she said, I will send you 5 places in Royal Palm on Royal Palm Beach Boulevard in the 55-plus community. It's $1,500 for that.
Okay, now we're talking. Real solutions, real numbers. I love it. Mm-hmm. This is helpful. Thank you.
Carrie said, I'm in Broward County. My rent just went up 33%, and I found out about a first-time home buyer assistance program. I'm now under contract for a condo, which I am buying with $50K down payment program. Okay. Somebody said Suits should see if he can qualify for an FHA loan on a house, a 3.5% down payment.
Yeah, we're not there yet, Pumpkin. I appreciate all that, but we just got to get him in a cheap rental. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have the kind of nest egg that it would take to put down 3.5 on a house just yet.
Okay. So there's just a lot of people who are trying to help out. Do appreciate that.
We need a cheap rental. And if it's a 55-plus community, great. His mom can do it, and he can live with his mom until they figure all that out for a few months of rent. But we need a cheap deal on the rent. We can't even afford $2,000 a month rent.
Mm-hmm. So, we'll keep looking and trying to throw out any kind of, maybe there's some little government grants and things like that might help a lot of people out if you're in the same situation.
Look, when you got a big war you're fighting and you got all those little battles within that war, you just try to get through the first battle, and then you get there and you hunker down and you take stock, and then you get to the next battle.
One thing at a time.
We got him a place for him and mom to stay for a while. If they're comfortable with doing that, they got a place where they can build up a nest egg, and get fucking weird too. We'll get turned on the weekend.
Yeah. No doubt.
I mean, Suits' mom sounds like a blast anyway.
Suits' mom might be a legendary roommate because the stories that I've heard Suits tell about her, she sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be lovely. So
I'm just saying, we gotta. There's a way to navigate this if we all keep our heads and not freak the fuck out. Which I get why we are, but I think we can do it if we keep our heads above water.
Absolutely.
Fight every little battle within that war.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll stop doing quotes.
there you go. Yeah.
Is this your Braveheart speech?
Yeah,
Freedom!
I'm trying my best.
Jacob did want to give a perspective here to Virginia. It says Virginia is wrong. The other day on the show, Virginia said, if a man doesn't have his own house and car, he isn't dateable. I work 6 days a week. When I'm not working, I got to rest so I can get back to work. My mother's disabled. I got to take care of her. Over the last 3 to 4 years, my savings have evaporated. Much like Suits, I'm stuck paying over half my income on just the rent for a mobile home. Apparently, Suits and I are both undateable losers. The world has changed, Virginia.
I never said loser. I just think you have other things to focus on besides dating. And I would tell Suits the same fucking thing.
Get you.
Dating is not high on Suits' priority right now, nor should it be. If you don't have a home and if you don't have a car, that needs to be where all your energy is, not taking some girl to Red Lobster. Mm-hmm. Come at me, brah.
But if you do take it to Red Lobster, just know those cheddar biscuits are free of charge.
Yes.
Complimentary. Mm-hmm. You got to spend money, though, while you're there.
Yeah, it's expensive to go out and date. I'm just saying, if you don't have your ducks in a row, don't date. Get your ducks in a row first.
Stacy, she said, long-time listener here. She said, I only usually write in about positive things, but I was catching up on the show yesterday, and I kept cringing every time Jay Bird kept saying that both of the people in the Am I the Jerk about the purse was annoying. He does that quite often during that segment. I know he doesn't relate to the dilemmas all the time, but some topics are important to others just because they aren't important to him. Ladies definitely cared about the thoughts yesterday about the bag situation. When he kept saying both are annoying, I felt bad being interested in the conversation.
Oh, man, now 3 are annoying. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making jokes, yo. I wouldn't take too much of what I say seriously. If you're offended, I'm sorry, I guess, but I don't know if I can tell you.
She did say if you are looking for new shows to watch, though, I do highly recommend Daisy Jones and The Six. Elvis Presley, Presley's daughter is the star, sex, drugs, rock and roll, all in the 70s. It's on Amazon Prime. And Righteous Gemstones, amazing cast on HBO Max. Hearing a lot about that one. Karen said, yeah, you're talking about Hot Ones today, and NSYNC is going to be on the episode tomorrow on YouTube. You should watch the one with Gal Gadot, Kev. Very good. And Bird, you should watch the one with Brazilian singer Anitta. Yes, with 2 T's. She is hot. She keeps it real. Virginia, the thought of your daughter, though, snuggling with her stepfather is creepy and disgusting. That was from today's Makeup or Breakup.
Sorry, then. I'm just going to be creepy and disgusting because...
Mm-hmm. And there's going to be more times I call both people annoying during Makeup or Breakup. It's just, I mean, and by the way, they were fucking annoying. I'm double downing on that.
Carly, she said, here's a possible do-it bitch punishment. I saw this posted online and thought it would be a great do-it bitch punishment or any other punishment. A bologna pie. It's a graham cracker crust with blended bologna, mustard drizzle. Oof. Carly sent that in.
Bologna.
Any way that could be good.
I'm not a bologna guy. Bologna
I'm not
is
either.
gross to me.
I am not a bologna guy.
I played ball with a guy who would always eat bologna sandwiches and then burp bologna like breath and blow it on you, and it really knocked bologna down a peg.
That's rough.
It's rough.
It does give you gross burps.
It does. You automatically start burping if you eat bologna.
And there's no way that could be good. Can you imagine how bad your breath would be after eating a big old fat piece of bologna pie?
Bologna sandwich. Was Fat Kevin ever into that?
Not really, no. I mean, we had it, and I would eat it. I do remember, like, maybe taking a cheese stick and rolling up a bologna slice around it. So it was big in my era. So we would do it, but I can't say that I loved it.
Panda loves fried bologna It's like a grilled cheese with bologna.
Yeah,
in
we would
it.
do that every now and then. Yeah, you would do that, and it was okay.
So what's grosser, cold bologna or hot bologna? They both are.
Cold.
Cold's worse.
Cold
yeah.
bologna
The hot-
is way
I
grosser.
wasn't that bad. I mean, we ate a lot of really kind of cheap food. The Chef Boyardees and those kind of things in a can were real big, and SpaghettiOs and a lot of really severely processed food, man.
That's it. We need to get away from that shit.
I don't know how the cancer hasn't got me yet.
It will get all of us at such an alarming
okay.
rate.
Well, there you go.
Oh.
There's your positive thought of the
Speaking
day.
of Braveheart speeches.
Dead man walking.
Yeah.
That's Cloghart
Cancer
speech.
is gonna get you.
Cancer is gonna get you.
Cancer is gonna get you. All right.
Tonight.
That's right. Dun, 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 dun.
I think all this processed shit we eat is going to get us. And I'm done.
Stephanie's got a food thought here. She said, Bird, have you ever heard that if you shake a Mountain Dew can and open it, that it won't spray all over the place like other sodas? My boss brought this up to me the other day, and a bartender told him that if you shake a Mountain Dew and you open it up, it's not going to do a thing. So he went out, got a Mountain Dew. He made me shake it up and open it. I told him that if it got all over the place, then I can go home for the day, and he agreed. So I sat there, I shook it up, I opened it, and sure enough, it didn't go anywhere. I never heard of this before. Have you? That's Stephanie in Hollywood.
I feel like I have absolutely exploded Mountain Dew everywhere.
So you're saying that is incorrect?
Let's do a little experiment. Mountain Dew is magical. My sister told me when my car broke down, hey, just pour it on your, I don't know, carburetor or transmitter or transmit, what the fuck, I don't know, starter. You pour it on there, and it'll start up. I go, no way. Poured Mountain Dew all over it. That thing started up right away.
And you're like, what the hell am
I
I drinking?
Yes.
Because it starts you up. Mountain Dew does start you up.
I like Mountain Dew.
What's in it?
Not good shit. And please don't send me the emails about how it is killing me. I know.
Can it kill me quicker?
The cancer is gonna get you. Cancer is gonna get you.
Cancer is gonna get you tonight. Dun, 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 dun.
It's very catchy, isn't it?
You have to laugh at it, otherwise you'll cry when you think about what they've done to us with this processed food.
I think about sometimes I don't know. Some people don't like laughing at depressing shit, but if it's coming at you from all different ways, you got to laugh at it sometimes.
Well, you got to laugh at it because at this point, like, the writing's on the wall. All the other countries have banned a lot of these chemicals that we still allow American processing plants to put in our food. Why do you think Europe has banned all this shit that we're not allowed to use anymore? They just got the message quicker than us. We're putting profits above health. We're fucked.
Everyone's moving. Everyone's dying. This is officially the most depressing podcast. Let's call this the Depression Podcast.
Homelessness and Cancer. That would be the title of
This is not what I would call a pick-me-up.
this awesome podcast. we're
Who
putting
wants
here
a drink?
together.
Oh, gosh. I do, but it would not be good for anybody.
Could you imagine? Wow. Got some other things on your mind other than homelessness and cancer. That's the Roman Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Michael said, I was asking my female co-workers, what would be the women equivalent to men supposedly always thinking about the Roman Empire, according to TikTok? They threw out some of the typical stuff, cancer, of course, death, children's lives. And he said, no, he's like, it's got to be the equivalent. Like, it's got to be something random and obscure that plenty of people might think about, but not often. And she said, Michael said, I was surprised because she said 2 of the 5 that I asked said that they often think about dry pasta all the time. I asked them to elaborate, and they said, yeah, they'll just be randomly in their mind. Once a week, probably, they'll think of dry pasta if they're cooking or eating pasta. And one said she was getting gas at Wawa over the weekend and just randomly started thinking about dry pasta and the sticky, rough texture of it. And she's not pregnant, by the way. So there you go.
I have really been exploring making some pastas at my house.
Fresh pasta?
Well, is And just, pasta with noodles and with warm water and
you get it off the shelf.
like trinkets. Yeah. and I
What
cook
I
it.
want to do is make my own. I've done it. You make your own pasta. It is so good.
That might be above my skill set.
No, you could do it.
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah.
Please stop making
could,
me
I just-
into this fucking pasta maker.
Now he's making pasta.
I'd be so bummed out if I had to make pasta from scratch tonight.
It tastes so good compared to like store-bought pasta. I'm just saying.
You ever get that when you buy pasta, you open it up and there's boll weevils in it?
Yep.
Oh, that sucks, man. And do you still eat it?
No,
You ain't from Lake Park.
I'm not.
We would absolutely eat boll weevil pasta back when we were kids.
You know what somebody put on TikTok yesterday? The female equivalent of the Roman Empire thing is?
What's that?
How many times a day, girls, do you think about your ex-best friend?
Ex-best friend.
And I was like, damn, that hits hard.
Okay. Is that like a random general kind of thing? The same equivalent?
Yes. I got it when they said it. I get it a lot more than dry pasta. How often do you think about your ex-best friend, girls?
I think that's not the same category, though. To me,
Yeah.
like the Roman Empire is random and fun. Like,
And it's
all
not
the-
personal.
Yeah, all the ones is like deep shit that normal people think. Like, if I had an
Right.
ex-best friend that I was close with as a dude, I'd think about him.
Yeah.
Do you think about dry pasta?
I think about that fucking WAP, that wet ass pasta, and the bird fucking sauce gravies that shit up.
Macaroni in a pot.
Oh man,
It's so wet.
it does sound a lot. Macaroni and cheese kind of sounds like sex.
It does.
It does sound like sex, Kevin.
That's why she sang about it.
Oh,
When you stir
Yeah.
macaroni in a pot, that's so wet. That's so wet.
I'm not sure I have really delved into all the lyrics of
The
Wet
lyrics
Ass.
of Wet Ass Pussy are actually really, really well done. You got to give Cardi B credit.
Yeah.
I don't have to do
really,
anything.
really well
You
done.
have to. Really well done. Wet Ass Pussy is lyrically a genius song.
Only thing I have to do is eventually die.
Yes. That's
That's the
really
only thing I
it.
have to
That's
do.
really it. That's the only thing on the books.
And with all this stress on your plate, boy, aren't we speeding that one up?
Living my best life.
This is an interesting thought from Karen yesterday. It was what was on my mind. Elon Musk talking about how at some point you're going to have to pay for Twitter, i.e. X. And he was doing it to get rid of the bots and all the such.
Fuck him.
And yeah, it was 92% of our audience said they would not pay for their social media. I said, you can cram it. And he didn't say how much or when it would start, but it would be there. And Karen says, you know what? I really think this is the solution to it all. It might actually save the world. I know it sounds crazy, but this is how. Because right now, social media is free, because you aren't actually their customer. They're just trying to get your time and information, and they're selling that to companies. They just want to know how many times you pick up your phone, so they're mind hacking you, and they're bringing you in, and they're draining your brain. She said this is the reason why Facebook doesn't respond to you and all those bunk accounts, because you're not their customer. They don't give a shit about you.
I see what they're saying. That if you have to start forcing people to pay, a lot of people will not, because it is free. That does kind of contribute to everyone being all pissy towards each other. If you get more people away from social media,
Right.
it will kind of water it down a little bit.
And it's kind of the way that it's set up right now. It's not really set up for you. It's set up to get your time and attention that they can sell to advertisers. And another thing they do is algorithms know that inciting anger in people, especially politically, is keeping users engaged longer.
It's all about that green. They don't give a shit what you believe. They care about if you're engaging and if you're spending time. That's why they love pitting people against each other.
Yeah, the result is the creation of new extremisms and division. More engagement, more profit.
Social media is all about division. With every possible thing that can separate people from coming together.
You pay, it changes the formula. She said there's even an example of a civil war in a small country in Africa that was started completely on Facebook. She said, we are now living in what's called an attention economy, where our attention is what's farmed and sold. And the more addicted we are, the better. And the angrier we are, the better.
I could not agree with that email more.
So the solution is to pay for social media, even if it's only $1 a month. There's no more advertisers, no more algorithms, no more brain hacking, no more attention economy.
I like it.
My mind is officially blown.
That happened about, I don't know, 11?
6:02.
11 years ago. That kid.
I don't know. I guess that kind of makes sense.
It makes
but
sense to me.
How are we going to change it? It's already set up this way. And then who's to say that once they do start getting money from you for your subscription for your social media, that they don't still keep doing the mind fuckery to get more money?
They will.
They will.
They will eventually.
You can't say that they will just make it like a subscription only. We'll stop fucking with your mind once you pay us $1 a month.
But there is a point to be made about just the fact that it is free. Anybody can do it. And I just know half the people in my personal life, if you put on a charge on social media, and these are motherfuckers that are getting on there and getting all pissy, they'd balance out. They wouldn't be a part of it anymore. They wouldn't pay for that shit. And the reason why they're on there is because it is free, because it's user friendly. You put a little price on there.
Elon Musk only talked about the bots. He didn't talk about changing the structure of how the advertising would go. And they might still be going for your attention. And the thought was that if you had to sign up with a credit card, the bots wouldn't be able to do that. But I could probably see a way that, once he tries to fix it, they'll try to do another way to hack it. And so is that the end all be all?
No.
Probably not. I mean, hey, that email sounded good and it gives you something to chew on about, okay, why maybe paying for your social media platforms might be good, that we could rid ourselves of all that crap she talked about, because nobody does like any of that. So, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what it would look like. And my only question was how many people would bail out and would I get the same kind of content that I've had? To me, I don't know that I notice the bots for me on Twitter.
Social media is the devil. It really, I get that it's here and it's not going anywhere. It's not, in my opinion, overall great for humanity. I didn't say the internet. I didn't say technology. I said social media. I think it is fucking awful.
Because we don't even realize all the tricks they're doing to us to get us to stay looking at it. And it's fucking with our heads.
Dude, it's turned people into fucking asshole zombies. Some people. Not everybody.
Yeah, who knows where it goes. Sarah, she said, who do I have to shank? Anytime I've messaged any of you on any platform, it has been read and responded or reacted to. Y'all are amazing and so accessible, clearly, since people are bitching to you while in public. Yeah, somebody had, the complaint that we'd had was that we don't answer enough, or we're not checking our social media messages. And, I kind of let people know. I said, hey, between Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok and emails, text messages that we have, we don't have enough personnel to go through. I mean, look, I'm every day trying to take as much time as I possibly can, but to hit all those, it's really tough. So I said, look, if you want to get through, the best thing to do, send us an email, mail at kvjshow.com. Those get read, all get read. Pretty much every text message gets read as well. I don't think many make it through that somebody doesn't see. But, somebody at the 772, thank you. They text in, they said, look, if people really think the 5 of you have time to respond to each and every single person on social media, they're truly selfish. You guys are doing so much during work hours, but more importantly, after hours. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean you're not, working and doing stuff. So you don't have to apologize. Yeah, look, we try to be as interactive and as accessible as we possibly can, and we understand how good it feels to get a response back, and we're doing all we can.
If you write us on Instagram, your ass gets an answer back.
No, Virginia does a great job on KVJ, but I mean, the person was saying, I sent you
I can't do Facebook. It's too many.
No, it is too many. And they were mentioning, I hit you up on your own personal KV or your own Instagram, and then I hit you up on Facebook, and I'm like, I know, I'm here to buy some groceries.
I'm just here to get some processed food so I can get cancer.
As I'm getting scolded in the Publix fucking
Where's that
bakery.
cancer Mountain Dew?
Yeah, as I'm working on my cancer, I'm getting scolded about what a shitty person I am. It's great. It was a great trip.
And now you know why they're all zombie assholes.
Kim, responding to a comment, we're talking about Jimmy Buffett today, Key West. There's 21,000 people that want to rename the airport there after him. You got the paddle out today. If you love doing the paddle boarding, they're going to be doing that this weekend at Lake Worth Beach. And you're talking about the Margaritaville boat. And Kim said, V, I was on the Margaritaville cruise last weekend.
When he died, you were on it?
Was that last weekend he
I don't
died?
remember. Did he die last weekend?
I think it was the weekend before, wasn't it?
Okay. That would have been fucked up to be on that boat when he died.
She said the vibe was really positive, and everywhere you go, small groups of people were singing Jimmy songs spontaneously.
Aw.
Okay, so if that is the boat he died on, that would be kind of fucked up. The vibe was positive.
He didn't die on the boat.
Wow, we've really changed the story now, huh?
Well, you confused the fuck
Jimmy
out
He
of
died
Buffett
last
died
week. Oh my
on
God!
the
Listen,
boat.
KVJ and Jimmy Buffett died on the Margarito cruise last weekend.
Well, I mean, I'm so confused with this story anyway. And she's getting mad at me, and she got the fucking fact wrong, too.
I don't know when it happened, but I know he didn't die on the fucking boat.
Well, I knew he died 2 weeks ago, so tough titty.
Together we have it figured out.
Kim said the nighttime shows all did little tributes too. And she said, P.S. upgrade to the steakhouse for evening dining. The regular dining room is kind of a cattle call.
I did that. We did the upgrade steakhouse last time. It was lovely.
You got to make sure you do the Kenny Chesney little thing where you do a tribute song to Jimmy as you're looking out in the water or the sun. Just don't stare in the sun. Don't do it too long. And give us a little taste of a Jimmy Buffett song. Make it kind of peaceful.
All right.
And plaintive.
I'll do it. What does plaintive mean?
Full of mourn, but there's a sense of sadness, but there's also a sense of
Bad singing?
there you go.
And here is a cruise question for Suits from Brianna,
Suits!
our resident cruising expert. Brianna says, I am taking my boyfriend on his first cruise in January on Royal Caribbean. Do you know if there's anything special cruise ships do for a first timer? Do you have any tips or advice to make the vacation more enjoyable?
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know if there's anything particular they'll do for a first timer just when you're first going on the ship, but I would say, a few tips that I have. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, but we have when we first went on cruises. Book your shore excursions in advance, because if you don't do that, you could end up in a situation where you get on the ship and there's a wait list for them, and you might miss out on some cool experiences on land if you want to do that. If you're not going to do shore excursions through the cruise line, make sure to be careful with your ship's time versus port time, because if the time zone changes, the ship's time zone won't change, and you can get left behind. They will not wait for you if you are not on a cruise line based excursion, and then the people on the ship will mock you as it's leaving you, because that's what they do. And yeah, I would say just, the first thing I do when I get on a new cruise ship, I explore the whole thing before they do the safety drill before I leave port, kind of get a lay of the land, see where everything's at, see what areas I want to check out. They always give you a daily schedule that tells you where all the cool things are happening, and then they got that on an app that you can follow along with.
I was hoping you said the first thing I do when I get on the boat, I toss off immediately.
Well.
Right by the buffet.
I do that by the pool, actually, Just let everybody see it. No, actually, the first thing I do.
Release the beast.
Welcome aboard.
On one of those boats or on one of those ships, Dan, there's so much tossing off going on.
Well, they do
So much semen.
They do this thing which really, it sounds horrible to me, but it's called the Big Nude Boat.
Whoa.
They charter out a cruise ship for a 10-night nude cruise.
Whoa.
And I just can't imagine having everybody naked all over the cruise ship. And I got to imagine there's got to be rules for that, because what happens when you pull in a port and there's another ship next to you? Do people just look over and everybody's on the pool deck completely naked?
Yeah.
That's weird.
I have a lot of questions about that.
Yeah, what if you're on a boat when you get your whole family, like your kids, see some guy's dong?
Well, you're docked next to a Disney cruise ship and you look over, that's the Big Nude Boat.
Or just some dude from, I don't know, Wisconsin comes down. He's all naked, eating a bunch of riblets, and then he's
9
naked.
out of 10 guys that are naked from Wisconsin are gross.
He's walking around with his Wisconsin balls, farting on people naked. I don't.
It sounds pretty terrible.
Wisconsin balls.
That ain't my kind of yacht.
I feel bad for
ship.
the people who get on the next one afterward, because they charter a regular cruise ship. It's not like some special boat, so the next cruise is just a normal cruise. Like, everybody was naked the last week on here, but I'm sure it's clean.
Oh, I hope they use Lysol.
Yeah, maybe check what charter the ship was on recently before you get.
Imagine that. Yeah, you're sitting there, people's balls are everywhere. Then you go over there, you got your shrimp cocktail. You got to sit in Wisconsin.
That happened to Kevin. You did the Buckeye cruise, and it was a week after they did a swingers cruise.
That's right, yeah.
And there were some lounges that I was telling you not to go into, because those were I guess, free space, as they called them.
Sticky.
Yeah.
Sticky seats.
I did. I avoided it all.
Yeah. Just stay in your room.
Kevin didn't touch anything the whole weekend.
I didn't. No. I had gloves on. Well, one thing we announced earlier on the regular show, we've got a date and a location for the KVJ horror movie. It is going to premiere. You'll see it for the very first time Saturday, October 21st at the Maltz Jupiter Theater. Starts at 8 p.m. We just dropped the ticket sales today, kvjshow.com. There's only one screening right now. When it sells out, it is over. So if you would like to come out and enjoy the first premiere of the KVJ horror movie, we will drop it on YouTube later, but you'll see it before anybody else if you come out that night.
And the money's going to Little Smiles. I know there's a
is.
ticket price attached, but it is going to a good cause.
And the quicker you get your tickets, the better your seats. We are almost halfway sold out. Of
Really?
The,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Halfway sold out already?
Almost. Just under halfway sold out.
Okay.
Shit.
There you go.
So get those tickets quick if you want to be with us, because not only will there be a red carpet, there will also be a bar the entire time where you can go. The bar will stay open during the performance, during the movie, and during the live question and answer afterwards, where all the actors and the director, Steven Cheeseberg, will be there on stage to talk about the movie.
Can people dress up in costumes?
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of want to make this a Halloween thing. I mean, people,
Absolutely,
let's make it
yeah.
our own
Get
Halloween
crazy.
party.
Be as crazy as you want. You know, that's how we roll. Let's do costumes. Let's do silliness. Let's have fun. Let's get our drink on.
Oh, I think I know what I want to go as. It's going to be a surprise, and I think you might like it.
Lana?
Let's not ruin the surprise.
I love Lana.
Okay. Well, go ahead and get it right now, kvjshow.com. You can go to our website and get your tickets while they are available for the KVJ horror movie. Y'all have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.